Okay, bin number 2. Super simple, but this is a much larger dust collector than we carry in the other smaller bins. This is just a bigger dust pan with a bigger broom. I use this for sweeping up the tent, kind of cleaning up larger areas. It does a lot better job than that little teeny tiny thing, which is kind of only good for maybe the floorboards of the car. Not much to say about that dust bin. This is just your standard kind of industrial style floor mat, you know, that you would put in front of your door. Maybe you would call it a doormat. But we just like to put this down in front of the tent so we can kind of wipe our feet before going in and out. Just keep things a little cleaner. Next is a Columbia brand tent footprint. So I'm fairly new to this. I didn't grow up with parents that took me out camping, and I'm just kind of getting started in this. I don't really know much about much. So watching a lot of videos online and doing a lot of reading, people are always saying, well, if you're going to be using a tent down on the ground, you should put a footprint underneath it. I guess this helps aid in stopping moisture coming from, up out of the ground, or if it rains, the water can kind of go under the tent and keep on going. You don't get as much in the tent. It also stops little pokey things from tearing holes in the bottom of the tent. I want to say we spent $35 or something like that on this. I thought it was worthwhile to buy a nicer, little higher quality one. Maybe it'll work a little bit better because it's still cheap. It wasn't like it was $500 for the footprint. One of the things that I read on this, which didn't make any sense to me until we really thought it through, is you want to make sure you buy a footprint that is a little bit smaller than your tent. So that way it doesn't extend out to the sides and it can't collect like rainwater that comes off of the tent to roll down underneath. It just creates a better seal to the ground. Next up, Ozark Trail, Walmart brand. This is a canopy that has 2 tent stakes on the end. So you attach one side of it to like the roof rack on your truck and then have the tent stakes out on the other end. Or possibly you can use the tent stakes in like a diagonal fashion. They've got pictures of it. I'm not really sure how well that'll work out. And then the sides kind of go down this way. My intent with this is to purchase another couple of tent stakes so that I've got 4, just so it always kind of ensures that we can use this however and whenever and wherever we want to go about using this. We've used it once now where we were actually in camp for a couple of days where we didn't move the truck. We attached the one side to the truck and then used the tent stakes out on the other end. Seemed to work real well. It was nice to kind of have a shady area. We were at a campground where there was actually a picnic table set up there. So we parked the truck on one side of it. We extended the canopy over so we had a shaded place that we could eat or cook or do whatever we wanted to do. I'm into this for, I want to say it was $35 or maybe it was $40, but it was fairly cheap. It works great. I'm very happy with this. Next up, in another little cheapy little busket that we got for, these are like $1 a piece or something. We have our, what I would call walkie-talkies. Some people call them small, handheld, personal communication radio. They're grown-up walkie-talkies, y'all. These I got on Amazon for about $30. It comes with a pair of them, and then it also comes with this little stand-up charger that's USB powered, so you plug it into whatever USB, phone charger, whatever it is that you've got, and these stand up in there, and it keeps them charged. So far, on the 2 or 3 trips that we've taken these out on and used them, they seem to work great. I honestly not really sure, other than I can hear or can't hear, what makes a great walkie-talkie or what doesn't make a great walkie-talkie. But these seem to work good, and at the $30, I'm real happy. They've got these silly little flashlights on them, which I don't know that I would use, but they're there. It works. So these are good. I recommend these. These are GoCom brand. Obviously come out of China, but they work. The other thing that we carry in this little plastic bin is a whole bunch of D-cell batteries. These happen to come from Amazon. I tend to find good prices on little alkaline batteries. They tend to work real well. Maybe there's better ones, maybe there's not. I don't know the difference between batteries. These batteries. And we carry those batteries to power a couple things. First, which I've been very happy with, is this Coleman lantern. This lantern has multi-stage LEDs, and you can see it's got LEDs on the front, it's got LEDs on the side. So you can have this and you can hang it up or you can set it down. They work real good. It's got a little USB port on the top, so if you need to charge your phone or charge whatever it is that you've got going on, you can do that. The reason I bought this one in particular, and what makes me so happy about it, is these side panels are detachable. They come right off. So these can be powered on their own. You can see that they've I don't know what kind of batteries they have in them, doesn't matter. But they hold their own batteries, and then they actually use these ports here to charge off of the main batteries on the lantern. It's got a little handle on the side, so you can use that for carrying this way, or if you've got a hook or a tree branch or something, you can hang it up that way so that you can use the illumination there. The illumination comes off of the side here, or it's got a more focused one on the front if you need to use it for more of a standard flashlight. But the great thing about this, on top of just having this little handle that pokes out here, it's got these two magnets on it. So if you've got something that's metal, let's say you want to hang it up inside, you're working under the hood of the truck. You can put this on the bottom side of the truck. You can put it under the frame if you're underneath the truck working. You can put it on the fender if you need to shine it over there. You can put it on a light pole, whatever it is. If there's something metal, right, it's got these old magnets to hold it up. And I just think that's genius. Whoever came up with this at Coleman, good job, homie. And then these little magnets here on the side also use to hold this whole thing together. I want to say I got this lantern for, it was $28 or $30 on Amazon. I have been very happy with it. We've taken this out now on 2 different trips, which comprises of 5 nights, and we still have the original 4 batteries that are in here. They haven't worn out yet. Very happy. Go and get you one of these. These are awesome. Next up, another Amazon purchase. This is a combination tent fan and tent light that we got on Amazon. $17, I think it was. It's got this little fold-out hook on it here so that you can hook it up inside of your tent or anywhere else that you can hook it on a tree branch or whatever that you can use. The problem we had with this, it provides a decent amount of illumination. It's not super exciting, but it's for a tent. It doesn't need to be super exciting. It moves a little bit of air. You can see that the fan is actually fairly small, so it only moves just so much. The problem is there's only 2 D-cell batteries powering this thing, and those batteries wore out in, I want to say, about 2.5 or 3 hours. That was it, done. So if it's not going to make it all the way through the night, I don't really know that it's all that useful. It can be useful for, we just got done, I'm hot, and use it for a little bit, and then if that's all you need, great. But if you want to have a fan that runs through the night, this just ain't going to do it. I do like the fact that you can use this, you can use the light as a base, and you can kind of put that on, you want to put it on your desk or you put it whatever, that works fairly well. Or if this is hanging, you can kind of position the light to shine where you want the light to shine. It's good in concept, but in execution, I don't think it worked very well, and it's not going to be coming with us on future trips. Next piece, very little explanation needed, just a bag that carries shoes. So we've got, some spare running shoes and flippy flops, whatever, they're down inside of here. They stay dry, they stay safe. So if you're out and all of your shoes get soaked or something like that, you've always got a dry set of shoes. I suppose that's a fairly good idea, right? And last up in the bin, it's exactly what it looks like. This is our little portable toilet. This is Reliance brand. We actually read a lot of reviews on these things. We were into this it was $50 or something along those lines. And then we also got the bags that Reliance themselves recommend or manufacture or sell under the Reliance brand. It's got a little carry handle on it, so I don't know, if you want to carry your toilet really far, you can carry your toilet really far. It's nice and light. Overall, I'm fairly disappointed in this piece, and here's why. So, first off, you've got these legs. The legs aren't all that easy to operate. The one in the middle is the easiest. The ones on the side are a lot harder. So you open it up like this, right? And then you don't just open it up and fold it. And you don't drop it into place. Like, you really got to whack that thing to get these legs down into place. Open up the sides. Same thing. Okay, so the legs are fairly difficult to operate opening. I'll show you how to close them in a minute. It's even worse. Next problem, the legs are fairly short, and maybe this is just a problem because I'm kind of tall, I'm kind of a big old boy, and so it might be more of a problem for me than for other people, but you just really got to squat down real far to get onto this thing. Next problem is, and I'm not really sure how to put this politely, but the hole in the seat it's really small. Like, you know, you got to do a number one and you got to do a number two. I don't know about you, but if I'm doing a number two, the number one's coming at the same time. And I can't get both numbers down inside the hole at the same time. Like there just isn't room. So kind of end up with a little fountain situation. And that makes it really kind of difficult to use, especially for me. Marla even has a problem with that this is just, I mean, it's just teeny tiny. Just doesn't make it all that useful. The bags themselves, I actually kind of like you can see, you open this up and then there's this larger plastic bag that opens up and you use that and you put whatever goes in there. The bag itself has some type of powder. There's like a desiccant powder or something in there that absorbs fluid or turns larger amounts of fluid into more kind of a gel. And then when you're done with the bag, you fold it up, put it in here, and then this is actually a Ziploc bag that closes up so that you can close this up, put it away, you know, I put it up on the roof rack, whatever, but at least you don't have to worry about the contents of this package getting out in between you and the next whatever trash receptacle that you're using to throw this away. The bags we're pretty happy with. The toilet itself, it's just too small. Small is good. You know, we're in an FJ Cruiser. We don't have a lot of room. This will actually fold up. You know, the legs fold up on it and it goes down inside of the bin, so it's kind of tucked away out of the way. And yeah, that's great. But it's just small enough that it kind of forms itself to be not real useful. And I have found myself when we're out camping and driving around like, ooh, maybe I should stop at that gas station and take care of this instead of just taking care of it at camp. So I'll be looking for another solution. But if you guys have any recommendations for something that might work a little bit better so that both numbers go in the hole at the same time, let me know. So as promised, the bigger end of the problem with these legs, other than just being small, is they're so hard to operate putting them away. The one on the front, and this is definitely a two-handed set-it-down operation. The one on the front, there's these little clips, which I don't know how well you can see them. They go on the side here and they latch in down below. So you got to pull them out and pry up on the leg at the same time. Get that out, drops down into place. The ones at the back, so these two little clips, this one has to kind of be pried in from the top. And then this one has to be pried out at the bottom. So you're pushing both of them in the same direction while you're trying to pry up on it. And it's just not, it's not easy to do that. Well, that actually made me kind of look like a liar. But it's just not a real easy process to go about doing. Let me put that down in there. Get this one there. And I just made that look real easy standing in here in the garage in a nice controlled environment. But as we've done this kind of out in the field, it's just not easy to collapse those up. The handle works great for carrying it all 14 feet from the truck. And again, I do like the fact that it's small and I can just drop it down inside this bin and it goes away. And that's nice. But I'm going to be looking for a different solution for the toilet. So that's it. That covers everything that we've got in the bins. In a future video, I will go over with you the rest of the camping equipment that we carry with us, be it our water containment system, our sleeping systems, etc. And I'll show you all of that. I really appreciate you watching. Leave me some comments, give me some help with this. Clearly I'm new to this. I'm no kind of expert in any of these items or what to do while out camping. I'm sure a lot of you, probably all of you, have better ideas than I do about a lot of this. Let me know. I'm sure I could use the help. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, give us all that love on the YouTube, and we'll see you again next time.